To all my Pilates girlies, nobody warned me about how nauseous Pilates can make you. So if you're thinking about doing Reformer Pilates for the first time, this is what I learned in my recent intro Pilates class. So I got into the class, it was like a free intro at a Club Pilates. So Club Pilates are like all over North America. And you can like sign up to do an intro class for free. It's about 30 minutes and they do like a foundation level 1 to show you kind of what Reformer Pilates would be like at their studio. And I got in and I'm like, whew, I'm ready to do this. Like I can do this. I've done mat Pilates before. Like I know this is going to be a little bit difficult, but like I can do this. And at the beginning of the class, she asked if you are prone to getting dizzy. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. I had no idea how much motion sickness I would get lying down on that Reformer. Like I literally had to stop. I was going to throw up. I really was. I was like praying. I was praying that the class would like finish. But I noticed that I only got really nauseous when I was laying down on the Reformers. When we were sitting up, when we were doing like arm workouts or anything like that, I felt fine. But as soon as you had to like lay down on the Reformer, it was a wrap. And afterwards I went and I spoke with the staff there and they explained to me that, you know, if you have vertigo or if you're prone to motion sickness, like that can happen, but they suggested using a wedge. So they told me to come back to the next class and use a wedge. And I went online and I seen on Reddit, like a lot of women talking about having this experience as well. And I'm like, why is no one talking about this on TikTok? I'm always seeing these posts of like, I'm in my Pilates era and all these things and I love it, but like, listen, if you get motion sickness, come to the class prepared. Like go to the instructor ahead of time, let them know that you're prone to motion sickness and ask for a wedge. Because when I got the wedge the next time, it was like this wedge that goes on the Reformer and like it props you up like you're not even propped all the way up. You're just like propped like halfway up. And something like, I don't know the science, but something about like when you're propped up, if you're prone to motion sickness or if you have vertigo, like you being up helps you with that motion sickness, because when I was propped up, I felt perfectly fine. But like I did order these like motion sickness pads because I'm gonna be in my Pilates era. I'm gonna be Pilates girly. I ended up not needing it because I was propped up. If you're thinking about going to Pilates for the first time and you are prone to motion sickness, just let the instructor know so that they can work with you. Don't be embarrassed or anything like that. They'll accommodate you if you go to a Club Pilates. Most Pilates studios should have a wedge to prop you up, because like I didn't realize how sensitive I was to being on the Reformer, because really the Reformer is like moving you back and forth and you're laying down, right? And you're just looking straight up. And when you're just looking straight up and you're moving back and forth, you can get a little bit dizzy. But I've never heard anybody talk about that online. Something else I would suggest if you're going to Pilates for the first time is to order your grip socks in advance, because at the studio I went to, they sold them. They were like about $23, I think, but I think you can get them cheaper on Amazon. And also like wear fitted clothing, because I was wearing like, when I weightlift, I wear like a baggy t-shirt and tights, but it was like coming up when I was trying to do movements. So it would have been better if I wore like a tighter top. So the next time I went, I wore a tighter top. So if you're motion sickness girly, be prepared, wear tight fitted clothes and get some grip socks in advance. And a lot of the Pilates studios, the instructors are so nice. So just be open with them, talk to them in advance and figure out how you can make it work for you, because I felt amazing outside of the nausea. Like my body felt amazing, like my knees, like I was like stretching in ways I haven't stretched before. So I still suggest it, but just a warning, if you do get motion sickness, to be prepared for that.